Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And it's only taken 4 months. 4 months as leader. And Humza Yousaf is being challenged for the role. There is already now a move afoot to oust him, to have a coup d'etat, to get him out and to impose a new leader. They've finally realised, like the rest of us have, that the man is an absolute imbecile with no idea what he's doing and just a series of failures behind him. He is a straw man in the wrong job at the wrong time and leading the party to utter rack and ruin. It's a good job he's doing it. We don't want anyone capable in the role. Unfortunately, we haven't got one capable in the role. And we're not likely to get one either. I don't think there's anyone capable in the party. Now, the man who's standing and challenging is unlikely, of course, to become the leader, but he is going to be a stalking horse. He will allow others to put their hats in the ring, and one of them may emerge as a better leader. And I'm wondering how long it will be before Kate Forbes says, "Me too." Let's have a look at this article and see what's going on right now. So, Humza Yousaf facing SNP leadership challenge already as Nat activist promises to hold feet to the fire. West Fife and Coastal Villages Secretary Chris Hanlon has joined a growing list of members disillusioned at the direction of the party since Mr Yousaf took over from Nicola Sturgeon. Well, of course, he was always going to have problems because he didn't unite the party. Day one, Act 1, I said on the day he was elected, if he doesn't bring Kate Forbes and a couple of her supporters on board, it'll last no time at all. He'll be finished. He will have divided the party. It's taken 4 months and the challenge is in. Thank heavens. So, Humza Yousaf is facing a leadership challenge less than 4 months into his tenure as SNP leader. He's hardly leader. He's the man in the big chair. He's not a leader. Nobody listens to him. He has no authority. He doesn't scare anybody. And he has no clue on what he is doing. The First Minister took over the reins from Nicola Sturgeon in March, but has failed to impress in that time. To be fair, he failed to impress up until that time. He's never been impressive, except in his list of failures. That was impressive. His poor performance seems to have irked some within the party, and with activist Chris Hanlon, Secretary of the West Fife and Coastal Villages branch, planning a coup against Mr Yousaf. While the plot is not likely to succeed, it is a clear sign grassroots Nats are unhappy at the direction of the party. This will turn the whispers into murmurs and the murmurs into voices, and soon there will be a clamour for him to go. Mr Yousaf only narrowly won the bitter leadership campaign, despite being widely favoured by the establishment. Kate Forbes pushed him all the way and eventually won 48% of the vote once Ash Regan has been eliminated. Explaining his decision to fill out paperwork to trigger a potential vote on social media, Mr Hanlon said, "The job of the party leader is to implement party policy. All of party policy and nothing but party policy. Party policy is decided by conference. If, like me, you are concerned that leadership spends too much time pontificating about what they claim party policy is, rather than waiting for members to decide, or telling journalists that the decision hasn't been made yet, and that questions about the specific details of the independence election will have to wait until a conference, I'd like to hear from you." He added, "I haven't made any decisions, but if you feel, as I do, that feet need to be held to the fire, please comment below." Mr Hanlon, who previously ousted Alan Smith MP as a national policy convener, went on to say that Mr Yousaf promised to listen, and we should make it clear that his position is conditional on living up to that promise. But of course he won't listen. He is the Sturgeon protege, and Sturgeon never listened to anyone except that little voice inside her head. Or the many voices inside her head. Anyway, this is the thing. It's probably very hard to read out. But it's basically him saying to claim that he wants to be leader. Now, if I can read this to you, it's, "As a member of the Scottish National Party, I nominate Chris Hanlon of West Fife and Coastal Villages branch to be leader of the Scottish National Party, and then there's a petition underneath. And so he's asking people to sign the petition. And too much clamour. And I think it won't oust, of course, it won't oust Humza Yousaf, but it don't half send a message to him. And it will strengthen the sinews, shall we say, of others in the party who may well be in a better position to challenge now that he is seen to be weak. He was always weak. But, you know, they didn't want to sort of oust him in the first 5 minutes. It would look bad. But they can all see now that every single thing he's tried to do has failed. And all he can do is regurgitate previously failed policies so that he can fail again in his own particular way. Because all he does is fail, isn't it? Anyway, the SNP has found itself engulfed in a fierce civil war after years of enjoying iron discipline amongst its ranks. Miss Forbes is believed to be part of a group of rebel MSPs determined to take the party in a different direction, especially in terms of rural issues. Her ally, Fergus Ewing, has already faced the ire of the party establishment for his views on dualling the A9, while Western Isles MP Angus MacNeil has been suspended from the Westminster group and probably will be gone until further notice. It's unlikely he's ever to return. Mr Yousaf has spent his time as First Minister trying to manufacture constitutional arguments with the UK government and has been forced to roll back on key policies such as the DRS and the gender reform. In fact, that's all he's been doing. He hasn't actually been pushing anything forward to the benefit of the people of Scotland. All he's been doing is making up invented grievances to push the independence boat out, but not actually doing his job. Meanwhile, everything else is falling apart because he refuses to actually look at the problems and deal with them. The problems, it may be said, that his party have caused. His attempt to rebrand Nicola Sturgeon's de facto referendum plan has also led to ridicule. Yeah, she abandoned it, as we know. She abandoned it because she said if we lose it, it will be a weapon in the hands of our enemies. We cannot do it. But he, being thick, is going to go for it. He's such a moron. And now, not only are we, the outsiders, looking in saying, he's such a moron, he's an imbecile, he's a cretin, they're starting to see it themselves. Even people in the SNP are going, what on earth have we done? Why have we put this idiot in charge? Not for much longer, it seems. An SNP source told the Times every member has a right to put themselves forward for party positions, no matter the odds. Yes, but I don't think his odds are as bad as maybe they were yesterday. Let's just say a few weeks ago it had been 1,000 to 1. Now, it's 100 to 1. But that's a marvellous coming in, isn't it? But imagine it was Kate Forbes. Imagine that. 2 to 1, evens, 7 to 3 on. You'd get a good price. Anyway, I shall round off there and come up. But it is nice to see that he's being challenged already. 4 months. Some kind of record for the SNP. Makes you wonder who else is going to stand. It makes you wonder who's going to go and back this guy. You just don't have to you don't have to win it. That is the thing. You don't have to win to win. You only have to have enough people so that you lose, yes, but you lose with enough people. You're not going to, you show that the feelings are there. It weakens Humza Yousaf's position remarkably. If he only gets 10, 15 names, it doesn't matter. Imagine 15, 20 of his own side, of his own MSPs. He'd be finished immediately. He would be absolutely finished immediately. Oh God, please, please let this happen. Let this happen. I want to see him squirm. I want to see him at FMQs on Thursday. Squirming, Oh, they haven't got any FMQs. They're closed, aren't they? Oh, that's a bugger, isn't it? Well, let's see. Let's get him on STV or get him on BBC. Get him on somewhere and ask him the questions. Ask him the important questions and watch his little face squirm because he won't have an answer. He can't think on his feet. He's not bright enough. It'll be Westminster's fault. Anyway, I'm going to stop there. Thank you very much for watching. Hope this has entertained you. It's entertained me. Hey, let's hope. Anyway, do please hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and grab your popcorn, folks. This is going to be good over the next couple of months. Bye.